Now, Way 31 Storm Tracker meteorologist Grace Anello with 31 Triple Doppler.
Now that seems like a pretty cool place to go visit. I haven't even heard about that before.
Yeah, me either, but I'm going to tell you something even
What?
cooler. Guess who was in the actual Oval
Oh,
Office this
yeah.
week while visiting Washington, D.C.?
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Did you feel the power?
I did, but they were very serious about don't touch anything. So I walked around with my hands like.
Did you get a peek at anything on the desk?
No, there was not a thing, not even a sticky note. Yes, what is on my desk though? It's the hope for fall. We're not getting it just yet. We've got to wait a couple of days. But out the door this morning, what we're seeing is a whole lot of fog. So take a look right now. It's very patchy. What I mean by that is we should all be seeing a perfect 10 miles of visibility. Many of us are not, but you're either on one side of the spectrum or the other. For example, Huntsville and the majority of Madison County seeing 10 miles of visibility, so perfect. However, Jackson, almost the entire county down to just feet of visibility. You see what I'm saying? It really is one or the other. 5 miles in Decatur, 4 in Coleman, and a half a mile throughout the majority of the shoals. That said, wouldn't be the worst idea to leave some extra time on your morning commute. You're probably going to have to drive a lot slower because it's going to be a lot harder to see the road this morning. 5:19 on your Thursday, 31 Triple Doppler looks good. So this is good news because this is showing us the upper atmosphere. We've got fog at the surface, but we don't have a whole lot of cloud cover overhead. So once that sun rises, it will burn that fog off, and that will be pretty nice for us. We'll end up with a beautiful day. 66 in Huntsville and Scottsboro right now, waking up at 63 in Decatur, and the same in Haleyville. We're on the warm side of mild for this time of year. It's feeling a little bit more like an August morning than it is like a September morning, but it's not the end of the world. As we move through this afternoon and we keep all that sunshine with us overhead, it's really going to warm things up much more so than it should. Now we're staying in line with where we've been the last couple days, but we're well above average. Average high temperature for this time of year would be the mid-80s. We're reaching that point right around lunchtime today. Our true high temperature this afternoon, 92 degrees, so a good bit warmer than that. We will keep those warmer conditions as we head towards dinner time tonight, sitting in the mid and upper 80s, depending on when you and your family sit down to eat. My advice to you would be soak up this last little bit of summertime weather while it's here. However, as you do so, still be mindful of the pollen. Ragweed is the pollen that just doesn't quit. It sticks with us for a good bit of this fall season semester and as we head towards the colder months. So it's still sitting in the high category and it's not going anywhere. So as you're spending that time outside, that's something that I would be mindful of. Tomorrow is the last day of the week to punch the clock. Thank goodness, right? Again, 92 degrees, not a ton of variability from today. One or two of us could see a spotty drizzle tomorrow, but most of us won't. Most of us will end up staying completely dry and feeling rather warm. As we move towards Saturday, it's a little bit of a rinse and repeat. My advice to you would be go to the pool one last time, one last summertime weekend before we start to welcome in some of that cooler weather. So I would make sure you go ahead and do that. Later into the afternoon and evening, both Saturday and Sunday, we could see some spotty rain. It's not going to be a washout, but it will be possible both days. Come back tomorrow morning and I'll walk you through future radar for that one. We're still fairly warm on Monday. We're sitting in the upper 80s, but by the time we get to Tuesday, we're kind of ushering in that cooler air. We'll keep it in the low 80s for the remainder of the next work week and even into next weekend as well. So really not half bad. We'll still be warm when we wake up, but those high temperatures will be mild.